The recap is my favourite way of catching up with what everyone's been
Oh,
up to.
hi.
Yeah,
Hello.
sorry about that.
Didn't see you there. Didn't see. Oh, hang on.
Nope. No. I was going to start off today's episode with a joke, but I think that is too much. Enough of that for now, I say. Welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft. That joke would have been too goofy even for me, and you know I like my goofy jokes. So welcome back, and I have a horrible case of morning voice today. I wanted to wait around to start off this intro, but the truth is I've got so much planned for today's episode that I really just need to crack on, and you're going to have to put up with Asuma and his cranky morning voice. Now, I've been in the area tidying things up. You can see that there are less chests over there. There are some more chests over here. Things are being moved around and organised, and you might see more items in item frames, but it is time consuming. I built this thing straight away because I knew that moving items around was going to be a pain in the butt, you know. But it still is, even though I've tried to be prepared. Aha! When I put my tools in here, I knew I'd need them, like, immediately. Probably because I, in the back of my mind, knew I'd be recording a video the next morning and that I'd need that. So anyway, we're going to take down this TV thing here, and I'm trying to tidy up the area a little bit. We'll probably rebuild this and have a little bit more fun with that in the future, I think. But for now, it's going to have to go. And the reason why is because if you look around, you know, not only the chests, other things have been changing in this area. Is this Silk Touch? Yes, it is. I would like my glowstone back. Thank you very much. And I want to make some big strides here, some big strides forward. But I've got a question to ask all of you. I'm going to put a poll on the screen, and I want you to answer truthfully. And if you feel like elaborating on your answer, then you can go to the comments down below. Would you really like to see some more building? Because so far, I believe we have built one aesthetic build, which is on the first episode, and then we finished it off on the second. That was our little starter home. And then beyond there, we've just been doing projects, and getting things started for the season. I haven't really done any aesthetic building, and there is a good reason for that, and that is time management. It's easy for me to come on here and do technical stuff, but when it comes to building, I need my time to really, you know, get a good vision of what it is I want to build, then go into another world in creative mode and play around with the build over and over again. It's really time consuming to do that stuff, and so I've kind of been avoiding it, but if you guys want to see that, I think it's time to change up gears and to do just that. So on the screen, yes or no? Yes, you'd like to see some building in the near future, or no, you're happy with me plugging on doing technical projects, and I'll take that into consideration. Of course, we will eventually get around to doing loads of building. Of course we will. But as of right now, there is something else that I want to focus on, which is just making progress in our base. And the next thing to do is to start ripping up all of the mycelium around here, okay? I want to tear like a large amount of it out around the center of our base, because eventually we're going to get rid of all of it across the entire island, and it doesn't start unless you put your foot down and go, right, we're going to start with this spot right here, and we're going to make some progress, which is exactly what we're going to do. I do enjoy some good old digging in this game. You know, tune out, put on some music. Don't think about too much and just enjoy a little bit of a grind. It's good to do, and we've made a considerable dent on the area here. In fact, I've dug away a fair bit more than you saw in the time lapse. If we jump up here and have a look around, you can see we made an impact on the area, but it's time for us to hand this project over. We will come back to some mycelium removing stuff later in this video. Going to do an experiment on the outside of this area. I'm looking forward to that because it might help us in the long run in a big way. But for now on, in this inside area, you'll probably just see this stuff getting chipped at, away at from video to video. You know, going to hand it over to the live streams now. Going to do some digging on my live streams on Twitch. Of course, going to plug it again if you want to check those out. There is a link in the description box, and I stream every other day. It's like an advertisement all of a sudden, isn't it? But yes, from video to video, you'll probably just notice things changing in this area. We're done with the digging for today. We're going to move on to something a little bit different right now. So back to the sheep farm, and I brought some wheat with me for a reason. That reason being breeding. Breed up, you lovelies, breed up. Oh yeah, that's right, if you've got a shield on you, it makes it difficult to spam this stuff. We're going to go for the red sheep head in this episode. Nice and easy stuff. We'll come back to that later, of course, when I've bred them all up. We got all the poppies, by the way, from the iron farm. Use those to make red dye. So that was nice and easy to convert them all. Later on, it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge, though, isn't it? And I'm hoping it'll encourage us to make some different farm designs and stuff for all the different dyes that we're going to need eventually. But coming back over to these sheep, we have a little bit of a problem that I've hinted at before, which is that this is actually loaded. It would have been that it wouldn't have been loaded, but then we changed the view distance on the server. So when we're in the central area, we are loading up these sheep and they are contributing to the mob cap. There is quite a big gap just over here, isn't there? That is interesting to see. I've been thinking about maybe adding some more water bits to push them around a little bit easier. But anyway, yes, we have a problem. So these are contributing to the mob cap. We need to stop that because otherwise we're going to have no mushroom spawning in our passive mob farm in the middle of the base. So we've got to name tag all of these. Once they're name tagged, they no longer contribute to the mob cap. And I was thinking about how are we going to do this. Let's start off with this one right here, name tag. It's literally called name tag minus the space. And we got all these from fishing, so that's really going to help us. However, we might need a few more. So how am I going to do this experiment? Mr. Yellow Sheep, you are perfect right now, okay? So if I right-click on this guy, he's called name tag. If I right-click again, he's still called name tag, and it consumes a name tag. And that is bad news, because I thought we could put 192 of these in this dispenser and just leave it running, right? Because once they're all gone from here, it means they've all been used. But because you can use them on a mob more than once, it means that's not going to work. So we want a way to see that the mob is name tagged and has been, you know, like very visually easily see that it has been name tagged. So dinner bone, the mob goes upside down, and I think this will be fine because you can still see the color of this sheep. If we go for Jeb, we make it into a rainbow sheep, and that didn't work when I capitalized the J, and now it doesn't work when the J isn't capitalized. Okay, capitalized J, you're not a rainbow sheep. Is that like a snapshot thing that's gone wrong? I need to investigate. It is Jeb underscore. I got it the wrong way around. Oh well, doesn't matter. So that's another way that we can rename them and visually see that they've been renamed. And I know so many of you would love to see a giant rainbow sheep farm. But I'm going to modify this thing later on and make it so you can come in here and actually pick out the colours that you need. So if you're in need of yellow, you can sort of walk around and see all of the yellow ones and you can go shear them and then actually get those walls. So for that reason, I think it would actually be best if we go for the dinner bone name tag. It flips them upside down, which is a very different, you know, way of identifying them compared to the one that's like upright next to it. And I reckon those rainbow ones, once there's a lot of them in there, it might get confusing when they like overlap like they are right here. So let's click on you. Okay, now can we click on the yellow one? I think it made it easier to click on the yellow one as well. Let's just try that again. Okay, I clicked on him twice. No, so when they're grouped up together, it's still going to be tricky. But look at that. We can go around here and quite easily take care of this situation. We're definitely going to waste a few name tags in the process, that's for sure. Like, I'm clicking away like mad here and they're not always flipping up. But that is just, that's kind of hilarious now. We've got an upside down sheep farm. I think that's equally as brilliant, you know. And I don't think it's going to mess with anything. So the experiment that we're doing here when we're clicking on them and it's like like there. It got the grey one. So let's click here. We got the black. Then do we get the orange? No. We're actually clicking on the black one again. It shows you that the hitbox doesn't really change when it gets flipped upside down. I just cannot click on that orange one right now. And it will take us quite a while, I reckon, to get all of this done. Yeah, so we're not going to affect the farm. That seems like a really good solution. I've just got to go around with my name tags now and see how many of these I can pinch, basically. So hanging out here seems like a good strategy. This area seems to be a little less congested. The upside down feet looks so ridiculous. And so I go along here and occasionally like they'll be grouped up together, and then you give it a little bit of time and they get separated and you can go back to name tagging them again. So this purple one's a bit squashed inside the others. So we'll do a few like this and then we'll just wait for them to come back down and get them as they go around the corner. I didn't count how many name tags that was in total, but this is how many I have left, so plenty to go around. And this looks hilarious, just gotta say, all of these upside down feet, it looks very odd and very alien, and I'm very glad that we actually chose to do this today, because it looks hilarious. But that is a problem taken care of. And look at this, there's always a gap just around this side. I can't quite figure out why. It kind of makes some sense that some areas would be squashed up. Actually, I think it might be because you've got a lot of water in a row here, so it really squeezes them into this space. And then as they make their way around, you end up with a little bit of leeway over here. Anyway, enough sheepy stuff for today. We'll be back later, though, to slay those sheep up there, unfortunately. We now have a very important mission to conduct. We need to transport a very valuable entity through the world's longest nether tunnel. We are thousands of blocks away, and I've actually walked this one before, but last time I did, I was hanging out with XB, we were chatting, and that made the time go by nice and easy. This is XB's place. If you didn't see an episode a few episodes ago, we hung out and we conquered his woodland mansion together, which was a lot of fun, and he's renovated this place. It is looking spectacular. Check that place out right there. I love those windows. Look at the way he's renovated the front. I think Mojang can take some lessons from XB on this one. And look at this gorgeous little area right here. Oh man, this is going to be a treat. We're going to wander around here together and just check out what XB's done since we last saw it. But we're actually here to pick up a Vindicator. And if you didn't know, I imagine many of you know. Oh look, he's got a little holding area for them. Do you know what? One of these are mine and the rest of them are Cub fans, and I was really after two of them. Have they already been renamed? I don't think they have. I brought some name tags with me. I'm going to rename these to Johnny, and then, well, just the one that I'm taking, and it will attack anything in sight. I might actually want to wait to do that later. I was going to do that right now and transport it through the nether. I've also brought this chest plate because my last one had thorns. The way I'm going to transport this guy is to just let him chase me. And then I've got a golden apple if things get hairy. I've got fire resistance potion because we're going through the nether. And I've got my shield as well. Oh, no, I was trying to block. There we go. Don't escape. No escaping. Escaping is not allowed. We'll come back to that in just a moment. I want to check out what XB has done. Look at this. Gorgeous. Got some little farming stations over here. Love what he's done with the leaves. This floor, though, a little bit bare at the moment. Down here. Look at this, lovely stuff, lovely stuff. There's something cool I want to show you. Look at that storage area. There's the XB logo. Hidden under the water. I watch your episodes, XB. I know where your secrets are, okay? And I actually have no idea what's down there, but it's some sort of ice tunnel. I haven't watched all of them. XB has just been pumping out the videos, playing every day, making a video every day. Pretty cool, right? But we're going to check out the top floor or the second floor, and then we'll grab our Vindicator. But man, this place is gorgeous. Just gotta say, it is looking superb. Look at this little enchanting library area. Boy, oh boy, I could take some tips from XP on how to build, couldn't I? This is awesome. Oh yeah, and he's got this fighting ring over here. Okay, is there like a chest nearby? Let's look for a chest. So I found XP's chest, and I was looking for this specifically. I'm hoping we can place the pumpkin from the top block. And then that guy needs a little nudge. Oh, there we go. They're fighting. What you gonna do, buddy? He's shooting himself. When he shoots the Vindicator, why is he ignoring him? It's because he's focused. Oh, okay, now he's wrecked. I should have stayed on the ladder, poor little guy. He probably lasted longer than any of the other ones that have been through here. Oh, this is so cool. I spent too long wandering around looking for XP's chests, and they're usually in plain sight. Finally noticed this little area right here. check it out. XV's got himself an Enderman head. You saw it earlier in the time lapse I went to the Enderman farm. Every time I go there, I clear out the chests in hope of getting one of these. The drop rate is incredibly low. Unfortunately, we haven't got one yet. So there was one thing that I was going to do that I don't think I will anymore, which was to make a portal inside this area temporarily just to get the Vindicator through. But I think actually it's going to be nice and easy. Also, the sun is rising. Excellent. So we've got plenty of time. And I want to do this in a way where we catch the interest of one. Now, they're all going to crowd around. And I only want one of you to come through this gate. I'm really not sure how I'm going to make this work. Okay, they're all in this corner. And sometimes when I move this way, one of them runs off. Oh, and I didn't quite have the block ready on the side there. Come on, do that again, buddy. Which one of you was it? There. Oh, didn't place it in the right spot. Okay, so I'll get this eventually. Looks like it might be a bit tricky. This is kind of hilarious. Look, the way they spin round to one side and the other. It might be a good strategy to do this and wait for an opportunity where you can place that block. But, oh, okay, now we... Yes, oh. Hi. If you'd have kept walking over that way, we could have separated them. Okay, so now we've got a group of two. If we can do the same thing again and just get one of them to come through to here, that would be fantastic. Right, we're going to... Nope, not quite. Let's keep trying. Come on, over here. No, I'm too soon. Too eager. I was too eager then. Oh, finally. This one got caught there. That one went around the corner. Okay, so we got our armor on. We have golden apples. We don't have thorns. We have a name tag. We're not going to use it just yet. And now what we're going to do is send this guy through the nether. Okay, he's fast. He's nippy. Oh, I actually have to run the entire time. That's going to be a problem here and there when I need to stop to eat. Okay, yep, you're whip. Oh, geez, you hit hard. We know this. I must keep running then. I think F5 might help a little bit here. No, not really. That way round. Yep, there he is. Keep running. Keep running. We need this guy to go through the portal. Come on now. Be a silly sucker. Yes. In you go. Right. Now, he's going to whack me when I go through there. So, here we go. I'm going to hold down right click and block as we go through. And then we're going to have to lure him away. There he is. Is he coming? Is he going? I think we might have to nudge him. What just happened? Oh, it was the cooldown on the shield. Okay, excellent. Don't fall into that hole. Right, yes. This is my fate now for the future. To continuously walk backwards while staring at this guy. Oh, the Minecraft life, eh? I think I just had the smartest idea ever. Now, you could say this is a little bit cheaty. I wouldn't disagree. Whoa, here we go. Okay. Oh, no, that looks awful. That was such a bad idea. Okay, well, what you're looking at there is a spectator account of mine inside the Vindicator. Oh, no. That is really big on my other screen, and it looks awful. I thought it would be really great to look across and see me, you know, so I could see what's behind me. Serves me right, doesn't it? Okay, we're going to have to stop that. That's going to make me dizzy. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay, and the ice is ending. This is an important part here because... Oh, no. Don't fall off any edges. Okay, right, now I'm going to have to... Quicker. Yes. Okay. Whew. That was a bad experiment. Oh. That almost caught me out. Oh, no! I just got an error pop up on my screen, which I know you can't see, but it happens, trust me. Oh, God, he's fast. It kind of looks like he's showing off his moves. I've been observing this guy. When he Oh, no, hello. When he pathfinds, he walks diagonally. Not like the player would do. He'd walk in a straight line. But this guy kind of zigzags across the two blocks. And because of that, he goes a little bit slower than you'd expect. But also, it kind of looks like he's dancing, you know. He's wiggling his arm around. He's doing little spins as well. So funny to watch. Oh, but also slightly deadly. Oh, okay, that's it. We're here. Wow. That guy, okay, things are about to get bad. Okay, so I need you to stop right there. Whew, okay, and then here's what we're going to do. This may or may not work. We're going to go around the side of this guy like this. Then we're going to put a hole there. And are you still in that space? You are. Excellent. Right, I think now is the time to use the name tag, okay? We don't want you despawning. Bam, we had a load of shenanigans with that last season. And from here, I think I'm going to dig my own direct tunnel because somewhere down below us is the hub. And I don't really want to lure this guy through the middle of the hub where other players might be and then have to break other people's portals and avoid them. I think what I'm going to do is just dig a tunnel from here to where my portal is. Alright, so there was another tunnel nearby that it made more sense to come down first. There's Johnny. There's Johnny's escape route. Will Johnny notice us? Hello. Hey. Oh. Time to move. Time to move. Here he comes with his axe to murder me. But we're going to lure him into a trap. The trap that I haven't prepared particularly well now that I think about it. All I've got is blocks. That is my plan. Hi. Keep following me. I hope there's nothing bad behind me. He's catching up. He's catching up. Okay, here we are at our hub. Excellent. Johnny, walk through the portal. Thank you very much. You've been a great sport. We're going to go through the other side. We're going to get wrecked. And then what we're going to do is try and trap this guy. Okay, where are you? You are there. Hi. Okay, here's how we do it. Bam, up by 2. Crazy way to capture someone, I know, but... oh, you managed to hit me from down there. That is something you don't normally do. You are very aggressive, and you have been captured. Oh, we did it, peeps. We got a Vindicator back here. That actually didn't take too much time, which I'm very pleased about. And it means that we can start work on our passive mob farm now, which I keep calling it a passive mob farm. We must specify when I say that we're talking about a mushroom farm, because that's the only thing it will spawn, and it won't be efficient anytime soon. And you know what? We should... oh, I got some ender pearls. We should actually go have a little look-see around the island for a second. Aha! Found some. Excellent. This is what I've been talking about, okay? So, mushrooms will spawn naturally on the mycelium. Look at that. Looks like a pack of 4 spawned over here. I've definitely seen some more around the island as well. And that's why we need to get rid of all of this stuff. And I could show you actually how I plan on doing just that. We're going to do an experiment that I don't think is going to go down very well. I know False already tried this, and I get lots of comments about it. But if you throw down a bucket of water over the mycelium, then supposedly it will turn to dirt eventually, which is great. But covering this entire area in water is probably going to be quite problematic. Yeah, it's already looking like there'll be a lot of back and forth. Maybe if I got some ice, I could break it all over the place. Our biggest problem is that water doesn't flow in the way you want it to, or at least in this situation. We want this to flow out in all different directions on all sides, but it's going to go to the lowest point. So one bucket of water there covers this small section, and that's kind of it. I think what we'd be better off doing is digging away the top layer of mycelium with our shovel, and perhaps then using water to help us define boundaries so we can do it a little bit at a time. If we try and dig away one area, then what we're going to find happen is that the mycelium will find a way to spread back to it. I'm going to put down a few more buckets of water around here, and then we'll come back to it later on and see how it's done. I apologise if your video's dark, but I'm back to the digging in the area. I'm doing a bit of work here and there and waiting for night to come round. It's actually already been around. In fact, this is a really bad idea to record at night right now because this has already happened. Everything underneath the water is now dirt. It kind of hit me after I put down the water that you have to wait until it's night time. So what we're going to do is use this water to create a kind of barrier as to where the mycelium can spread to. It's now not going to be able to spread in this direction because I'm digging a perimeter here that's going to go all the way down to the edge. And if we look at where the water has spreaded, you can see underneath every single block there is dirt. So this has helped us create a little bit. Do you know what? I've just sort of realized if I'm digging a perimeter like this, then I'm sort of doing the same thing you would have done to just do like a small section of the island anyway. So the whole putting down water thing is kind of a great idea, but it requires a lot of work because of the way that water flows. Unless you want to flatten out an area and then throw down some buckets, it's really not going to help too much. But I'll experiment with it. We won't just end it right there, but as of now I'm going to dig this little perimeter so that the mycelium don't spread to where the water is. Then we can start digging away all of the mycelium on that side and removing the water as well. So I believe everything is dirt. Half of this was done manually by digging away, and half of it covering stuff in water. And to be fair, I think the water part was the faster bit. you kind of have to just go in there and try and spread it out as much as you can, and occasionally that gets a little bit tricky. So now we can remove all of this, and yep, we're going to leave behind a scarred landscape, that is for sure. However, we're going to transform the whole place over time. So we're making our own little chocolate island at the moment, I guess you could say, this little patch over here. And with that border that we dug around the outside, it should stay this way. And there it all goes. So all of that water down there had just spread from the few sources we had at the top. So if we can do that and do it easily, then it should make life nice and easy here. So the rest of this is just going to remain dirt for now, and of course that's going to lower some spawn rates. However, this chappie's still hanging out here over here. We need to get rid of you. Sorry about that. And just going to do a quick check, really, make sure there's no mycelium that I've missed. My base is like a game of parkour. You got to jump around to get from A to B. Look how much more I've dug out over here. Tons and tons of stuff going on all over the place, and over here as well. But we're going to head over to where the sheep are next to do some slaughtering. I know, it's terrible, it's horrible. Every time I get a gazillion comments about how I'm a cruel animal. My base is like a game of parkour. You got to jump to get around. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. You can see we're doing more digging all over the place all the time, and just clearing out more and more of it. But right now, we need to go and do the unspeakable act of slaughtering sheep. I always get a gazillion comments about how much of a meanie I am. I'll remind you again, it's just a game, but I've got to say it does feel awful. This will never be the nice part of the video. And anyway, in we go, and again, let's hope for the... Oh! Yes! Straight away! Excellent! We don't have to slaughter loads of them. Problem is, there's now tons and tons of them that are red. I guess we've got a couple of pink ones in here as well. In fact, now that I think about it, that'll be really easy to make. We've got loads of poppies. We've got a bone meal farm, so we can make these all pink. Remember how much we tried for that iron golem head? I seem to get them all the time now, whenever I go over there. As you can see, got some poppies, got some iron, got some pink dye now. We are all good in the hood, homie. Let's go around and dye all of these. I'm going to play it smart today. Let's just slash the ones in the corner where they're pink for now until we get the one that we want. Otherwise we could dye all of them, not get what we want, or sorry, get it straight away and then have another load to dye all over again. Also, if I had some wheat on me, that would make life easier. Here we go again. Come into the corner. Boom! Oh, I wasn't holding down shift. I wouldn't have guessed there was more than 100 sheep in here, but I've just got through 2 stacks of dyes. We didn't get a pink sheep's head, so we're going to have to do that one another day. And I've got to start breeding these up again. But you can tell because once you dyed it a sheep colour, unlike the name tags, you can't click on it again with the same dye. So I've killed less than 128 and we haven't got a sheep's head. And I think it has something like a 2.5% chance with the looting sword, something like that. So maybe we'll get it next time, but that's okay. We got the red one. Well, it appears the rumour I heard is true. Impulse has so generously dropped off some blocks just for anyone to come along and take. I'm going to take a stack of sea lanterns and I'm going to throw my granite on the floor. Because my inventory is full. It's very kind of you, Impulse. I do plan on being self-sufficient this season, but I figured, hey, if there happens to be a build that I do where a sea lantern is the right thing, then we've got a stack of those to begin with, and later on we will make our own guardian farm. Got a cool idea in mind for how we're going to make our one. And good times this guy is hanging out over here. His head is back to front, which is slightly alarming. Are you feeling okay, Scar? I think he's feeling a little bit AFK right now. Anyway, we're going to go down into the area below so you can see the latest wave of progress. There is now this circular trunk, which is going to be, I believe, like an actual tree at some point? I'm not sure. I did watch Scar's video. It's in one ear and out the other with good old X, isn't it? And anyway, I wanted to show you the progress. I wanted to show you my latest dig score. We are up to 64,000, and we did a load of that on a live stream. And by the way, in that live stream, okay, I got an Enderman head at the Enderman farm. Of course, we're trying to collect them all. And when I went to put it on my head, I sort of clicked above the helmet a little bit, apparently right there, and threw the item off into the void. Where did that diorite go? Oh, okay. Was it on the ground? What? I don't even know. But yes, so I dug out a lot of this area over here, and look, the whole thing is just incredible and amazing, right? This project is going extremely well, and we are up to 64,000 blocks mined, which I think's put us at 4th, and I'd like to try and catch Ijevin and take the 3rd spot. But anyway, that is going to be it from me this episode of Hermitcraft. Do hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, leave a like on the video. Thank you for your amazing support. The amount of likes on the last video, by the way, really good to see. I think that lets me know that you guys really enjoyed that little speech that I gave. So I'm glad you saw the humour in it. And yeah, that's it from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.